Good day, everyone. I am Pauline Agoviva and I'm the first reporter of the Group 3. Our topic is all about the effects of soil organic materials on the potential of soil productivity. But I will only discuss the definition of fertilizer and its use to improve agricultural productivity, and the rest will be discussed by my group mates. So fertilizers are any inorganic or organic inputs that added into the soil to provide the required nutrients that the soil cannot supply by itself. They usually replace what the previous crops have removed at harvest and promote nutrient balance to improve yield and product quality. With crop removal, for example, the soil is mined with nutrients. Thus, without fertilizer addition, crop yields and agricultural productivity would be significantly reduced. So, this is an example of organic fertilizer and synthetic fertilizer. Increased agricultural productivity usually comes with the adoption of improved technologies. Regardless of the size of land holdings, Worthman and Cummings in 1978 earlier stressed that there are four requisites for farmers to increase productivity. These include the following. So first, an improved farming system where the combination of materials and practices used are productive and profitable. Example of agricultural production system is the subsistence farming and pastoral or livestock farming. And second is the instruction to farmers, where the role of extension agents should be visible and possibly establish demo farms to farmers to see and understand why they are better, and proper use of farm practices as to where to put them. Third is the supply of inputs, which means that inputs, especially fertilizer, must be locally available. Credit or financing must be accessible and available at a reasonable cost. And the last one is the availability of markets, where farmers must have access to a nearby market to absorb their products without excessive price drops. So the fertilizer use and improve agricultural productivity. The advent of the Green Revolution brought considerable technological breakthroughs in production. A technology package was introduced and led to the adoption of high-yielding varieties, fertilizer and agrochemicals, a monocropping system of production, and high input and intensive cropping. When we say agrochemical, it is a chemical product used in industrial agriculture. Agrochemical refers to biocides and synthetic fertilizer. It may also include hormones and other chemical growth agents, while monocropping system is the practice of growing a single crop year after year on the same land. For example, maize, soybeans, and wheat are three common crops, often monocrop. The development of fertilizer has also influenced the practice of shifting cultivation to continuous and permanent cropping. With shifting cultivation, soils of natural low fertility are utilized in a sequence of short periods of crop production and longer fallow period. Fallow period means a stage of crop rotation whereby the land is deliberately not used to grow a crop. In traditional agriculture, it is used to allow the soil to recover its production potential and to reduce population levels of pests. During the fallow period, there is a buildup of soil fertility and an accumulation of plant nutrients in the natural vegetation and topsoil used by the crops during the cultivation period. However, as the population increases, the fallow period left for soil fertility restoration becomes shorter and shorter, and the accumulated nutrient reserves become less. Apart from increasing population pressure, another reason for the necessary transformation of shifting cultivation into permanent cropping systems is the exchange from subsistence to a market-oriented economy. While subsistence farming produces only for the current demand of the farmer and his family, the modern agricultural activity involves a wider and more complicated threefold task. First, It must provide for the requirements of the rural and urban population, where an increasing surplus will be necessary to maintain self-sufficiency in food production. Next is the agricultural has to provide raw materials like fiber, fuel that are required for developing local industries. Next is the agriculture has to provide raw materials like fiber, fuel that are required for developing local industries. Last is for developing countries, the agricultural sector has to earn the badly needed foreign exchange by remunerative production of export crops. With this idea in mind, productive agriculture is of utmost importance and is inconceivable without the judicious use of fertilizers. The use of fertilizer is considerable a lead practice, as it is adopted fairly early by farmers from traditional systems to more improved and productive farming systems. And that's all with my topic. Thank you for listening and watching my video presentation.